Well, folks, I'll tell you what, there's nothing more important than election integrity. And it's going to take all of us to secure our elections. I want to bring in now AMAC Action Senior Vice President Andy Mangione back to the program. Andy, it's great to have you on. AMAC, I'm sure, taking an active role in this, right?
Absolutely, Grant. Our members are very, very especially interested in election integrity. And when we call upon them to volunteer to work elections, they show up in droves. So we're very proud of how engaged the membership is in election integrity.
All right, you know, President Trump had signed an executive order trying to crack down and make sure we have safe and secure elections. Everything the left did to us during COVID and trying to hold Make America Great Again conservatives from getting to the polls, you have Governor Pritzker in Illinois claiming this. Watch.
The other aims are that he'd like to stop the elections in 2026 or, frankly, take control of those elections. He'll just claim that there's some problem with an election, and then he's got troops on the ground that can take control if, in fact, he's allowed to do this.
All right. Pritzker is not talking about Zelensky in Ukraine. That's the Zelensky model. He's talking about President Trump. President Trump is going to use the National Guard to take over election. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculousness, Andy.
It's nonsense. The president just wants free and fair elections for everybody. People have to realize the president can only influence federal elections. That's all they can do. The vast majority of elections are administered by the state. Each state is different. They have their own rules. They have their own regulations. They are 50 separate entities that administer the majority of our elections. President Trump just wants to make sure that it's easier for people to vote and harder for the bad guys to cheat.
You know, you raise a good point because so many elections are so important, all the way down to school boards, maybe some of the most important elections there are out there. A lot of times there's low turnout. If there's low turnout, I imagine it can be just as hard to get people to watch the polls for cheating. That's where AMAC comes in, and I guess your call for volunteers for not just when we're voting for president or a member of Congress, but for every election.
Absolutely right. We've got a gubernatorial election that's all set to go in Virginia. We'll be launching soon a request for our members in Virginia to volunteer for those elections. The last time there was a gubernatorial off-year election, our members showed up in droves. We had almost 800 show up to work the elections, either as a poll worker or an election observer. We know we can count on them when during crunch time.
How important is it you get as many people as possible, Andy?
Well, the more eyes we have on the election, the more people can report. And it's as simple as that. There are always openings for people to work the elections. As I mentioned before, each jurisdiction is different, and they're called different things like election judges or poll workers, etc. But the bottom line is, it is imperative that we have as many sets of conservative eyes on our elections to make sure that they're administered effectively and, most importantly, fairly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys are doing great work over at AMAC Action. And of course, I love the entire organization, AMAC. I'm a member. Let me tell people, Andy, how to join the fight and really save America is what we're talking about. Go to amac.us/grant. And right now you can save 33% on a 5-year membership for about $1 a month. You'll get access to major discounts, exclusive resources, and the subscription to AMAC magazine. That's amac.us/grant. Go there today. I'm so happy that I did. Please, you should too.